It's almost there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there.
Don't call me white girl.
That's some real
It's they
ass
fault.
shit.
Unpopular opinion. Jail's not that bad. Boom. Pop your shit open and grab that nigga by the head and get the. You know what I'm saying?
There's something about them whispering in my ear, the whole name thing. I like that.
I like a nigga to whisper. What's your cash? That's what's different, and that's why statistically, number-wise, not only do we not get the same amount of riches as them, we do not keep it. Nowhere near how long they keep it. Hello, we're back. It's your girl, LA Mona. I have a packed house here. Some beautiful women with me. I wanted in my head to say the ladies of lip service. Is that like appropriate?
Yeah, that's fine. LOLs.
The LOLs.
The LOLs are here. Welcome, Miss Angela Yee, Miss Jasmine, and Gigi from Philadelphia.
Hey. We often refer to ourselves as the ladies of lip service.
Yeah, that's
right?
fine.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a long time overdue because
Girl.
I've been on y'all show.
Yes, you have a couple times.
A couple of times.
Y'all had me talking nasty.
Yeah,
It's okay.
well,
You like talking nasty, don't you?
No,
I
don't do that.
I was under the hot seat. Angie just would come in, just rapid fire. You want up your ass.
But you know
like
what? You
fingers.
also were
wanna
interviewing
fuck, you want a
people on there,
threesome.
too.
You like big dicks, little dicks. It was a lot.
You were on one of our most viewed episodes ever, or
Yeah.
maybe, the Cardi B episode.
Really?
Yeah, I think the only person that got more views than her was King Von. May he rest in peace.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We had a good time.
That was a
Quite
great time.
sweet. It was great.
she was so happy to see you too.
I know.
Right?
That was crazy.
That's how people feel when they see you. They be like, "Oh, my
Everybody
Yeah,
loves
that's
Mona.
crazy.
Where's the camera here? Everybody
does
loves
it feel
Mona.
weird
That's crazy.
that people love you so?
It's very
Much?
weird. It's
Yeah.
strange. It's just like surreal sometimes. I was in Atlanta for Strength of a Woman,
We was there.
and but when I did something at the end with Miss Pat, so it was late, so everything was going, the food was going, so I was standing behind the bar looking for something to drink, and Ayana Vazant walks up.
Oh.
I'm thinking, so she's saying something about a Pepsi, so I'm thinking she thinks I work at the bar. I'm like, let me get her a Pepsi. I love Pepsi, and she like, girl, shut up. And I was like, and she was like, I can't even watch this stuff when I got stuff to do in the morning because you just crazy. I get to watching that all night. I'm like, this lady know who I am.
That's sweet.
That feels crazy, right?
Not on my watch.
That feels crazy.
That is. That's
Yeah,
deep.
I've had a few moments like that. Not that big of a person, but I've had a few moments where I was surprised that somebody that I introduced myself to was like, girl, I know you. I know exactly who you are.
Yeah.
That feels good, right? It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
It's nice when you get into the restaurant first and you don't got to make it.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like I haven't found anything I liked about being famous yet. You know what I mean? I don't really. And I never thought about it before. Like when I was making videos and doing all this stuff and making content, I never thought about going places and people like talking to you or asking for pictures and all that.
Right.
I never thought about that. So when it first started happening, it was like, oh, this is weird. Now it happens every day, and it's like, okay, this.
I know you get a lot of it at home though, because Philly is like they
But
live
Philly
for
people
you.
don't speak though. Philly,
They don't, but they will see. You know what Philly people do? They see you and then they jump in your DMs like, I just seen you on Broad Street.
Yeah. Philly people are not gonna say hello.
So
for
we
real.
were all in Philly for the Roots picnic a couple weeks ago, and we did Saturday, but you did Sunday.
Right.
So I stayed. I literally came to Roots picnic on Sunday at 6:00 specifically to come see y'all.
Did you?
And yeah, I mean, I wanted to see Eve and Usher, but I came early just so I could make sure I saw y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell y'all the crowd they had,
Philly loves her.
Yeah.
they were.
Crazy.
I'm gonna tell you what I was in envy of. That y'all were able to point out y'all listeners, y'all viewers, like, oh, that's such and such. Oh, that's. I was like, oh shit, we've never been able to do that.
Yeah.
Like the fact that your supporters and your Philly people that fuck with you so heavy, like that's lit.
It was
like I applaud you
crazy.
for that because you know Philly's some fucking haters.
I mean,
Philly full of haters. I'm from Philly, but Philly is a city full of haters. And it's not even that they haters, but it's like they don't want to express their love for you until they see everybody else doing it. Then it's like, all right, I fuck with her.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you fuck with me, it's cool. Speak when you see me. You know what I'm saying?
But that is why I like doing live shows because then you get to see people for real.
that,
who you're
that
like,
really
oh, that's-
support you.
yeah.
Yeah. But the way that y'all was pointing, I'm talking about they pointed out a good 5-6 people out the audience, like rapid fire, like that's such and such, that's such. Yeah.
But we
That's
have a lot of ways, like from the beginning when we started, ways to interact with them. So them leaving DMs, you can call a number, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we go live, and then we'll all go live together. The part that's funny to me is they remember everybody, even producers' names, everything. So there they were yelling like, "Where's Dre? Where's this person?" It was crazy.
Oh my God,
like
they
if
invested.
you ever slid through the podcast, they remember your name or whatever. That's crazy. And when we first went over there, it was empty. And I'm like, "Oh, this is easy. I don't sweat it. It's empty. It's just easier.
Right.
You feel me? We're gonna knock this out real quick." That DJ got on the mic and said, "Don't call me white girl over here. Don't call me white girl podcast." Da-da. When I turned around, it was wall to wall, like the whole thing,
the whole
and
section was
outside.
filled.
That shit was
it was
That's
great.
good.
It was good.
Yeah, it was cool though. But I don't know. Yeah, fame, I could do without it. Like if I could do it all over, and there was a way to like get involved in it and not be famous,
You would want to
that's
be in the
what
background?
Yes, I would have like been a part of a team of creators or something. It's a lot.
Mona, you are the personality though.
I know.
You can't be in the background.
That's crazy.
It's
Too late now.
Yeah.
It's too late.
You're the face.
I'm fucked.
You good.
No.
Yeah.
Let's okay.
Y'all
Look.
been famous way longer. You more used to.
Angela been famous.
Well,
I'm new on the block.
really.
No, but I'll tell you
You
what
were
though,
famous.
it's like a slow thing for me though, because when I first started doing radio, people didn't know what you looked like
Right.
for a really long time. Like it didn't start happening until later. Like people wasn't, seeing you. Now everything's video, but before when I first started, people had no idea who I was. They thought I was like just some straight up Asian girl. Then people would be on. They used to have. I forget what they call them, like message boards or something.
Like
They'd
AOL
be
Messenger.
like, why are they trying to take over the Asian people trying to take over
Wow.
hip hop? This not they, whatever. It was like that. Then people would be arguing like, well, she's black and blah blah blah. It was just so people didn't know what you look like, and then once people started realizing it, but I think it wasn't so bad for me because it was like a slow. It wasn't like all of a sudden.
Yeah. This day and age,
It
it's all
was
of
a slow
sudden.
burn.
Yeah, like people used to look at me sometimes, and I'd be like, "Why are they looking at me?" Because I wouldn't realize that they knew
they
who
recognize
I was.
you.
Yeah.
You still kind of do that sometimes.
Yeah, like, what are you looking at?
Do you ever get frustrated with like the race stuff? People wondering about your race or saying you're not black, or if you say you black, they don't believe you. Is that frustrating for you?
No, because here's the thing. Like, I feel like you get to a point where you're like, no one could tell me what I am. Imagine me letting somebody who I don't even know be like, you're this, you're not this. My whole life I've been black. I feel like that's a more recent thing. Because for me growing up, that never was a question. Like, I grew up in Brooklyn in Flatbush, and, everybody knew me since I was little. We all went to the same elementary school. Nobody was like, she's not black. And then in high school, I went to an all-white high school, and
Of course, she was
I
black
was very
there.
black there. So I never in my life felt like that until now. People be trying to be like, oh, you not. But I don't pay attention to that. Cause I think if you know, like, my whole life I've been this, no one who I don't know could tell me I'm not.
Get your phone, nigga. Swapping.
That thing ringing through the whole system. That's coming through the computer.
That's how you know it's
system. Right.
You getting it in. No, finish what you're saying.
What about you?
With the race stuff,
Cause like, don't call me white girl.
It's so crazy because like people will really write me paragraphs. You just think you black because your kid's black. Like they really people don't. But I've had people say that to me in my face. Like if I say, "Oh, I'm black, I'm all black, I'm not mixed," they'll debate it. No way. Look at your skin. Da da da. I don't know. I guess it depends on how small your network is and what you've really seen before. Because if you never saw a light-skinned black person and then you meet a stranger that's light-skinned saying they're black, you might think they're lying. You know what I mean? I don't know why people will lie and say they're black, but it happens.
Yeah, like
Definitely happened.
Yeah, look at Rachel.
yeah, it definitely has.
Yeah,
You
I
know what
was
it is
just
to
talking
me, and
about
I'm
that
sure y'all
lady.
probably all have experienced this. When people automatically look at you and say, "What are you? Like, what are you mixed with?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
do I have to be mixed with something because my hair is a certain texture or my skin is a certain color? Like, why can't I just be a light-skinned black person?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, and when you say you're not, they be like, oh, really? And then the other thing is like, what are you mixed with? Why does it matter? What is that going to change about me if I have this kind of
Or they
blood,
be
or
like,
that
"What
kind of
are you?"
blood? Yeah,
And you
like,
be like,
what? A woman?
"What
What are
are
you
you?"
mixed
is a
with? My
weird
man,
question.
my mama, and my daddy? Like, that's just so weird. But people will never stop doing it. I don't know why, but it's just a thing.
I think it's rude. I teach my kids, like the ones that came out of my butt, I teach them not to talk to people like that. It's real simple. When you talking to people and you don't have a relationship with them, you don't talk about what they look like, what they believe in. You don't ask them questions, and you keep it simple. When you know people, that's what I tell my kids.
Right,
because
right.
my son would see a girl dressed like a boy and go, "You're dressed like a man. Are you trying to be a man like my son?" You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, because kids don't
Yeah,
know.
kids
Yeah.
they
don't
don't.
know.
So I had to you trying to train them up the way you want them to be. Like I want them to be kind. I don't want to be bullies or talking. I want them to understand because the world is different. You want to see different stuff. my son have seen trans people and been loud about, wait, you see that? Like, you know what I mean? So I'd rather them know, you know, because I know that they're not the kind of kids that want to be hurtful. You know what I'm saying?
And I know for me growing up, the way that I did, I saw all kinds of things when I was young. So it did make me not like quite. And I think New Yorkers, we mind our business when it comes to everything. So nothing is shocking because we see so much stuff. Just even taking the train, you be like, okay, you know, we just be.
New Yorkers definitely mind their business.
Yeah, we just mind our business. We don't.
They don't see nothing happening.
Yeah. I think Philly's like that to a certain extent too.
To a certain extent, they mind your business and on the low. They, you know what I'm saying? Like they sneaky be in your business. They act like they minding their business, but they really minding yours. Yeah,
but I was gonna say earlier when you were saying about Philly being haters and all that, like the more I get around with people, that's like the common thread. Everybody, most people about their hometown will say crabs in a bucket, they haters and that. I just think it's an urban area thing. That's what it is. Because ain't no money, it's no opportunity. Some motherfuckers just scratching at each other. Because we all stuck in this small place. You know what I mean? Because I used to. It's a person. Think about it. How often do you meet somebody that could be from Cleveland? I had to leave Cleveland, girl. They ain't shit in Cleveland. They was hating on you. They would hate you. You wouldn't make it in Cleveland because they hate us. It's like you get that feeling.
Everyone feels like that about their.
Right.
I'm gonna say I don't. I love Brooklyn.
I don't either about Philadelphia, but I can see what people saying.
Like that though, and of course I'm not from there, but I've been there. You know, a good 18 years on and off. And
do you love Atlanta?
I really do.
I fucking hate
Atlanta. I really love Atlanta, but I feel like in the South in general, it's just
no
like,
shade, y'all. I love y'all.
Like different. I don't see. I see people in the South being more like we're better in numbers. If we stick together, we can accomplish more.
Is that what you like about Atlanta?
I like that. Mm-hmm. I like the fact that it's clean. Mm-hmm. I like the fact that the people are nice. Southern hospitality is a real thing. Right. Like when you walk in the gas station, hi, welcome to Quick Trip. Can I help you? Like you walk in a Sunoco in Philly, they're gonna be like, bitch, what you want? Like, they're not gonna say that, but they're gonna look at you like damn. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a difference. I like the fact that one thing specifically about Atlanta, not the South in general, but one thing that about Atlanta is when I first got there, I would meet people who looked one way, like looked like a thug. Maybe I would think he was a dope boy trying to talk to me at the gas station. But then once he started speaking to me, then he'll pull out a business card like, yeah, I own my own accounting firm. You know, let's link up, or if we could work together, whatever. And it's just like I was stripping at Magic City with girls that own daycare centers and beauty supply stores, and
so
you know,
a lot of entrepreneurs in Atlanta.
A lot of entrepreneurship, and I wasn't used to that in Philly.
Okay,
yeah.
And I would say Brooklyn is very supportive. I feel like. You know,
Brooklyn is.
I grew up there. I still live there.
Brooklyn has changed, though, right?
Yeah, it has. In most parts. Not all of it, but it has definitely changed. Yeah. But I never felt like I didn't get love from where I'm from.
I don't know why I didn't remember you were from Flatbush, because, you know, I hung on Eastern Parkway a couple times. I had me a little nigga up there.
Okay.
That was a mistake, but I had one. Well. Yeah. New York guys are different.
That's what I hear.
What? I don't think that it's like bad, but they just different.
Different like, how?
I don't even know how to explain it. Like I think, in my opinion, they're generous. I think New York, when they like you for the little hot minute, they like you. But they just a little weird. Like, you know, I don't know, almost like. I don't even want to. I think I'm gonna sound like a maniac if I say.
No, we want to hear it.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear it.
That they're narcissistic, because you can't title a whole bunch of people that. But that's my favorite new word to use.
That's everybody's favorite.
I haven't dated a lot of guys from New York.
I jumped right on the bandwagon with that.
Yeah,
everybody's a narcissist.
But what about guys from Philly?
They nice.
They nice.
What city do you like the most? With men, like what?
I don't have one. I'm really running out of options. I've been thinking about pussy. I've been talking about it.
What about? Yeah, I seen you talk about. What about like Atlanta?
That's tough.
You know, I heard a good place for men is like Texas.
I see that.
Well, you know damn well it ain't Atlanta.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
but Texas,
I see Texas. I see that being
probably.
I see that being a thing.
I've heard go down like south. Not like.
Yeah, you could go to China.
Yeah.
Girl.
Wait.
And that's another thing for me with this that's like weird to me. Now, being single, if you're dating and that person thinking they know you, like I haven't had good luck with that. Like I meet people that pretend like they don't really know me, but then they just do little weird shit.
That's so annoying.
Like I'm talking from the corniest shit that you could possibly think of, and it's bad. So it's like answering the phone. I remember this guy, when he would be with me, he would answer the phone. Why you being weird to me?
Oh,
no, he did not.
Oh, no.
That was the way to let him know, guess who I'm with.
You know what, guys?
I got pain,
like,
too.
Similar to that I hate? When they answer the phone and say your name. Instead of saying hello, they answer like, what's up, Gigi?
Yeah.
Why you gotta let everybody know you talking to me?
Angela Yee.
Yeah, like, why
Jasmine Brand.
Why are you answering the phone saying Gigi
Brand.
Maguire, what's up? What's poppin', Gigi Maguire? Like, you know it's me. Why you gotta say that? Oh, you want everybody else around you to know you talking to me? Like, that's whack.
So fucking corny.
But yeah, when guys act like they don't know, people in general, when they be like, well, I know you look familiar, you know exactly who I am. Like, don't do that.
All right, but if you date a guy, do you Google him?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
I am. I'm Googling.
So,
Listen, let me tell you. Look, I was dating a guy one time, and those apps had just got popular where it would be the sex offender registry.
Oh, yeah.
And me and my girl were dating, and it was fast. I mean, they're moving together fast. When I turned the app on, it was ringing from my house, but it was really the neighbor. But for about probably a good 20 hours, I thought it was him. I'm just sitting there, just staring in the air. But it was the neighbor, the old guy next door.
The old guy.
He was like 60, and he was on sex offender list for like rape back in the day. Ooh. But it dinged in my apartment. We had an apartment, and I was like, "Bitch, there you go. There you have it. You done did it." Because you moved too fast.
I would have.
I've always moved. I
would have.
I like you month 1, month 2. I still like you month 3. We got a lease.
Really?
But do you spend a lot of time with some? Yeah.
And I've been in relationships where I didn't go anywhere without him.
Right.
I mean,
that's
like
you like
glue.
that though. You like that?
I don't know if I like it, but the times that I've done it, it was just like that. It was
Sometimes
like
that happens.
You be like attached
from day one.
Like,
yeah, I've had a relationship like that. I had a relationship like that
fun.
where me and that person had the same exact birthday.
That's freaky.
Oh shit! You were the
Aren't
same
you a
person.
Leo?
Gemini.
Almost.
She got mad. She got mad.
I know a lot of fucking people that was close to almost knew. I knew it was a summer baby thing.
Yeah, you knew it was one of them signs that ain't your favorite.
No, but Aquarius and Gemini go together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we have a thing.
A lot of the closest women to me in my life are Geminis.
Ramona, you said you might be considering women, so
the only part is the eating pussy part.
yeah.
You don't have to. You can say you don't do that.
I mean, I want to be fair.
Is that a thing in the lesbian community? I mean, I'm sure
Pillow
nobody here knows,
princess.
but you know how
touch me not.
You know how
touch not.
You know how like in the male gay community there's tops and bottoms, and some bottoms won't top and vice versa.
Yeah.
So is that a thing within the lesbian community? Like I eat pussy, but I don't.
Yes,
like,
it's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing with girls
where you can be gay, but you just don't eat pussy.
Well, I don't know. I've heard of it. They call pillow princesses. They
That's
don't
what
eat.
the
They just lay on their back and get their pussy ate. But that's what I'm saying with I knew lesbians, whatever, but the first time I was ever really, really around lesbians was jail. It's a whole different culture in jail. But in jail, it's very popular
Don't
for...
point at me, Gigi.
In jail, it's very popular for the studs to be touch-me-nots. They just eat pussy. They fuck them.
I can see that.
That was my little 90-day girlfriend in jail.
Yeah, she ain't want no head. Like, she wouldn't let you touch her.
That bitch gonna suck me like a mango.
Everybody gay in jail. Especially the girls that are married.
How long was you in jail?
You said especially the girls
like
who
a
are
year
married.
or something like that.
That's a long time.
But then I went back because I
how long?
violated.
Were you gay in jail?
No.
And then you were straight. You said everybody's gay in jail.
Everybody's gay in jail,
Except
but
you?
I haven't tried pussy yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you
the
let
thing
a woman
about jail?
like
This is my issue with jail, and that's what I used to tell them bitches in there. I don't fucking know your background. Like I don't know where you come from. Everybody in jail looks good to a certain extent because
and
you
we all
washing
on the same
up.
playing field.
Everybody's skin good. Nobody got a wig on. Mm-hmm. You know, child, you reverse that video. Brenda was just 30 pounds because Brenda smoked crack. Now you done fucked a crackhead.
Yeah.
You got you one.
Got him.
Coke. She got 7 children.
Ooh.
She's a
and they got
grandmother.
custody of not one.
Eating your pussy with a low cut. She got a boosie fade. And she got grandchildren. You done fucked this lady. Welcome to prison. That's really how it is. I kid you not because they don't know. And it's the weirdest situations. And they just mention, I got 6 kids. A whole man. I had a roommate that had facial hair.
Oh.
She had different dildos. She had more than one bitch. She used to call me her daughter. I used to call her dad. Listen, let me tell you a story.
Dad.
I called home from jail, right? I'm only in jail for a short amount of time, but when they put me in a room, mind you, this girl is probably 400 pounds.
Oh.
Real black, facial hair, but she had real pretty hair. But she was a man, period. Mm-hmm. Called her Pop, Unc, Bro, whatever. But When I first came in the room, she had both of the lockers full. And I'm like, I gotta fight this bitch because one of those lockers are mine. She said, look, I don't mean no harm, but I pay for everything in here. That's both our lockers. And that's how she carried it.
Oh, wow.
Sneakers, sweatsuits, all that. But it was on some, you my daughter shit. So I called home from jail, mind you, 3 weeks in or something like that. I ain't really wasn't heavy on the phone going my dad. Call home from jail, I'm on the phone with my pop. My dad's done jail time. She's in the background. I say, hold on, Dad. Hey, Pop, something. I got on the phone. He said, you somebody's daughter in there, nigga? He said, nigga, is you somebody's daughter, nigga? Call that shit off. That shit gonna go wrong. I'm telling you, call that off. You gonna need a knife. You want the rep for your family? Tell me.
Not the rep for your family. That's like being gang affiliated.
But he was so cool.
Did
my dad,
he take up for you? Did you ever get any scuffles? And he
No, it was just coochie. First of all, she sold Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin was like an antidepressant, but we took a bunch of them as like an Ecsy pill. This bitch is rich. She's a drug dealer.
Yeah, she had like 2 lockers full.
She was that bitch. Like
I definitely would be.
That was a good.
I used to cover for her because she would be fucking them girls, and I would sit my chair in front of the door. So that way, if somebody came, because you're not allowed to fuck each other with homemade straps, but that's like a thing.
Mm-hmm. With homemade straps.
Yeah.
What would they be made? What if the straps be made of?
They was making Susie. What they call it in jail? A Susie. They was making Susie.
What was the
But the male version?
No, they take sometimes pins. That's the base. Then you wrap pads.
Oh.
Then if you can't find squishy stuff, you do that too. But then you put the rubber gloves on them and then like smooth the rubber out. So it's a dig.
Damn, that sounds effective.
I know bitch that had whole straps going around their ass. Like
she put them on like
chaps.
Like underwear, like panties.
I've seen all kind of shit in jail.
See, I ain't spend that much time. First of all, when I was in jail, we was in the dorm.
Smoking it on batteries. We've done that. You get the paper clips. Come on. Get your MacGyver on.
Come on,
You
MacGyver.
never been to jail, nigga?
I did 90 days on Rikers Island.
Ooh! Every time people say Rikers Island, it just sends a chill down my spine.
Rosie's house.
The
The Rose M. Singer building.
That's
the only women's facility
shit.
on the island. I was there for 90 days.
And you up there telling people you from Philly. Was they trying to fight you because you was from Philly?
No.
It was nice.
Gigi had a good time.
I did have a good time in jail. And I'm going to tell you what happened in jail for me. I had an epiphany. I realized that the reason why my life was in the predicament that it was from the choices that I was making. And I realized that in order for me to live a better life, I have to be a better person. I was 22 years old. And when I came out of jail, I lived by that. And my life has been better ever since. But at the time, I was sick. I was in and out of the hospital because I had kidney problems. I was drinking all the time. I was fucking baby daddies and husbands and ain't give a fuck. And, I was going through this and that. People was dying around me. Like, it was just a mess. And that gave me a chance to, like, sit down and reflect. And I was just like, all right, bitch, you got to chill because you don't want to come back in here or even worse.
If you don't mind me asking, what was you doing? How you get booked?
So when I was, the drug mule story. So when I was 19 years old, I took a trip to Jamaica. I swallowed 90 grams of heroin and I had 12 and a half pounds in a suitcase. Okay. So when I came through Jamaica, before I even got on the plane, they knew that weed was in that suitcase. Okay. So, but they sent me back to America anyway because they was going to have to expedite me. So bitch, get on the plane that they paid for and go on back. Yeah. So when I got to JFK, the suitcase was flagged. So when I picked up the suitcase off the turnstile, they came to me like, ma'am, can you come with me? Like 2 people on both sides of me. Anyway,
he was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, listen.
Is that the first one you ever made?
Yeah, the intelligence in me is what saved me
you got
from
having
having
the first
to be.
one for real.
Yeah,
God
the intelligence that I have instilled in my brain is what got me out of that predicament because I came up with a quick story like that and stuck with it, and it was kind of foolproof. So, they charged me. They never found the heroin, of course, but they charged me with the possession in JFK, and that's like having an ounce compared to the shit that come through there.
What did you do with the heroin?
So the heroin, they bailed me out. It was some Jamaicans from Harlem. They bailed me out. They had some lady come pay my bill, and she left a note with an address on it for the Drew Hamilton homes in Harlem, the projects. So I caught the bus by myself from Rikers to those projects, and I rang the bell, and she gave me some food and a blunt and some liquid shit to drink. And she's like, smoke, eat, drink, and let me know when your stomach start bubbling. And hours later, I woke up on her couch, and my stomach was bubbling. And I woke her up, and she gave me a bucket, some rubber gloves, and a Ziploc bag. And she was like, let me know when you're done. As they come out, rinse them off and put them in the bag. So I sat on her tub and shit it in the bucket until all 90 of them was out. 2 of them was cracked. So if one of them would have bust before I shitted them out, I would have been dead. Or if I was in jail and I would have started shitting that shit out in that steel ass toilet, I would still be in jail.
Yeah.
So
Jasmine, we got to do more.
Yeah, I got to live because I ain't never swallowed.
No, Gigi, that's really like.
So the reason why I ended up in jail because they only gave me bail, restitution, 5 years, $1,500 restitution, and 5 years probation. I moved from y'all gonna know this. My Philly folks, y'all gonna know this. I moved from Shelton Avenue. I was living like around the Shelton Avenue area, right? Like Shelton and Wyncote. I moved from Shelton and Wyncote to Linwood Gardens. And you know Linwood Gardens is across the Montgomery County line. I'm talking about right across the street. They found out that I moved to Montgomery County, and that was a violation against my probation. Damn. So when I went back to court, they remanded me for 90 days. So I spent 90 days on Rikers Island.
You would have been good.
That's what happened. Yeah. I was 19 years old when that happened with a 2-year-old daughter. And when I went to Jamaica, I spent 2 weeks in Jamaica. I was in Spanish Town, Britain, where there was no running water. There was outhouses. You had to heat your water up. I lived with another girl that was running. She was Jamaican, and she was running back and forth to London. And I lived with her for 2 whole weeks. She tried to eat my pussy, but I stopped her. But anyway, I lived with her for 2 whole weeks, like literally like living like a Jamaican citizen. They was calling me Brownie, right? Because I was like really, really light. And she was going back and forth. But when I tell you, I got to really experience Jamaica on a whole new light. Like, it was life-changing for me. But anyway, I'm just glad that I made it out of it.
Yeah, we're glad, too.
Yeah, I'm glad I made it out of it. Because it was a lot.
Eating it, right?
Swallowing the drugs?
The balloons.
So, they wrapped, it was about the size of my thumb, each of them. Okay. They had me practice with sugar from the first day I got there. So, for a week straight, I was swallowing sugar. And I would do 10 at a time until I felt like I couldn't, like, my throat, I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
So, the night before my flight, I had an early morning flight. The night before my flight, I started taking them. The actual drugs. They gave me medicine to coat my stomach from the acids eating at it. They gave me medicine to keep me nauseous, and they gave me medicine to keep me constipated. And they sent my ass on that plane.
What did you take them down with water?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jeez.
Was the pay really good?
No.
Yeah.
Why you do it?
I was homeless with a 2-year-old daughter.
Okay.
And her father had just got killed.
You saying the pay wasn't good in reference to how much money they about to make. But that's what I'm saying, because you compared it to what they're about to make.
I just felt like, I mean, also this was in January 2000. So
that's what I'm saying, 5 bands in 2000.
But so my whole thing was, I did it because my back was against the wall. I needed a place to stay. I thought that money was going to change my life. I had previous to that.
Because it felt like a lot then.
Right. Yeah, previous to that, the boyfriend that I had at the time tried to kill me. So I left my apartment with the clothes on my back and a diaper bag for my daughter. So I had absolutely nothing. And I was living in my sister's unfinished basement that smelled like it was dead mice in the wall. So I had to keep candles and incense lit all fucking day because it stunk down there. So, and I had nothing. All I had was the clothes on my back. So that was a means of survival for me. It was like, I need this money to change my life. How did you even meet
the people that were like, hey, we need...
My sister knew them.
Oh, okay.
My sister also knew girls that worked at the Lilas, and when I came back from Jamaica and realized that $5,000 wasn't... When I got out of jail, rather, and realized that $5,000 wasn't going to change my life, that's how I started dancing. Because she's like, oh, well, first she was like, I know this Jamaican guy, you can make some money real quick, right? And then that failed. And she was like, well, it's these girls who hair I do, and they work at the strip club.
I would never advise my sister to do no shit like that.
Yeah.
But not no drugs. You know what I might tell her to get on the pole.
Yeah, the pole maybe.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say, though, with Gigi is a hard worker. And back then, if that would have been a situation where you could have been doing something that was, like, legal to make it... To me, all that means is because when you see people do things and get caught up in situations, a lot of times those are people that are like really hardworking, people that
driven,
that you could trust.
I had a baby. I was 19 with a 2-year-old. Her father had just got murdered 5 days.
Think about all the dumb decisions we make.
When the nigga tried to kill me, I left the apartment with the clothes on my back and went to my mother's house. She wasn't there. My oldest sister was there. My mom was in Wildwood at my grandmother's beach house for the weekend. It was like Labor Day or something. And when I called I literally showed up with the police with my baby at like 2 a.m. and my sister was there, and we got my mom on the phone in the morning, and we told her what happened, and she's like, well, I'll be home in 48 hours, and you need to not be there when I get there. This man could have decapitated. He literally woke me up with a knife to my throat, sitting on top of me. He had pushed my air conditioner and climbed through my window while I was asleep.
Oh my God.
So you could have been planning me and my 2-year-old's funeral right now, and you tell me I can only stay here for 48 hours? I didn't even stay for 48 minutes. That's how I ended up in the stinky basement. Because my mother wouldn't even let me come back home.
Right.
But that's because I had beat her up, but that's a whole other story. But my life has been crazy.
I can't wait
Clearly.
for the movie.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You already got a book, right?
I need a writer. I can't do it myself. I need to be able to tell these stories to somebody, and they can make it into a story, and we can go ahead and sell it.
You could do a talk to text. And then get an editor.
Yeah, just get them to edit it.
You told me that before.
Plus, that's the better money-wise, and you got your own joint. They just clean it up for you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the fucking material is crazy.
But I
just
not like say, we all, like, I think when we're young, we all do stupid shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, we get away with stuff, and sometimes it's the people you around, too.
Bro, swallowing 65 little...
90.
Yeah, I don't know.
Excuse me, swallowing 90 tablets of heroin to fly across the border.
From Jamaica to
I remember being in high school, and a girl I went to high school with did that. And they caught her, I think, on her first or second run, too, and that bitch sung like a bird.
So what I told them was...
She was like, get me the fuck up out of this. Fuck all y'all Jamaicans. I ain't never eating oxtail again. This is what happened. I met him here, and I'm in high school, sir. So out to you. You watch, girl. I remember that. Remember that? Yes,
so when I was in that jail cell at JFK Airport, I made up the story, and it was kind of true, but it wasn't. But the story was that I had met a guy in Philly that lived in Jamaica, and he flew me to Jamaica to see him. And I ended up staying an extra week because, I only had a 1 week there, but I ended up staying an extra week because, we liked each other so much. And that when I came back home, when I was about to leave, he asked me if I could, it was wintertime, right? And he asked me if I can bring some clothes back that belonged to his brother. So that's how I had the extra suitcase.
Damn, Gigi, you good.
And I told him, so they're like, what's his name? Mikey what? I don't know. What's his number? I don't know. Like, this is 2000. We don't got phones and all, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, not like that. So I'm like, I don't know. And then they're like, well, where'd you stay? I don't know. Like, I just didn't know anything. All I knew was I met a man named Mikey from Jamaica. He flew me to Jamaica. I fucked him a few times, and he flew me back. That's what I told him. That was my story, and I was sticking to it. He set me up with this suitcase. I don't know. I'm 19. I've never been arrested. I got a 2-year-old baby.
Did they try to get you to do another run after that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was weed.
Hell no, she hot.
And it was weed. It was weed. But they knew that weed was in that suitcase before I fucking got on that plane.
You was so lucky they didn't find that boy.
I'm lucky they didn't find it, and I'm lucky it didn't kill me.
They had hands. You'd have been still locked up.
I would, yeah. I would. I'd probably be just getting out. That was 20 years ago.
Gigi.
That was 23 years ago. I'd probably be just getting out. Free coffee. Because I wasn't even Gigi yet.
And you know what's crazy? You would have got more time, and the people who actually had the drugs that gave it to you would have been okay.
They wouldn't have never been able to find Mikey in Jamaica.
Or they would have got less time. And
his name really was Mikey too, y'all.
Sometimes, not to change the subject, but I always change the subject. I feel like a big sister vibe from you ladies. I really appreciate that. I don't know. We might be the same age. Are we?
I'm only like 21, so maybe.
Girl.
Okay, Jasmine.
And I typically don't even get along with people my same color, the lighter ones. That's why I usually don't deal with
For some reason, we attract each other in this friend circle, this lip service circle. Like, if you think about it, each of us that has been in and off of these couches, we all been light skinned. And it's not by people like, oh, y'all need a brown skinned girl on the couch. And we be like, we don't pick people because they light skinned. That's just how it happens.
Oh my
but
God,
they think we do that on purpose.
Couch. Cut that part out.
They think we do that on purpose.
I don't want nothing to do with that. She's like, please leave it alone. Remember this part, Dave, and cut it out. Anything about light skin, whatever. Or just go bleep over the light skin.
Okay.
Because that topic is like, you can't say lie without them bitches like, you fucking colorist ass bitch. You think you better? Your hair's not 4C. It's snappy anyway, bitch. You ugly anyway. Paragraphs. It's real frustrating because it's like, but I told the story a couple times. I did have to educate myself. I had the whole colorist thing totally wrong. I didn't know what I was talking about. So when I would go on these platforms, I would be saying stuff that was so wrong. So then I had to come out and like make a couple videos because, God forbid, I spread that around. Right. Colorism, by definition, is a dark skin thing. I used to say that I dealt with colorism too because people don't like me because I'm so light skinned. It's real common. A lot of people say stuff like that, but they don't realize that it's not. You know what the sad part is? Guess how I found out, Jay.
I know that's how you felt, yeah. But we can't say everything we feel though. Sometimes.
No, not that's how I feel. No, guess how I found out.
Oh, how?
I fucking Googled it. It was that simple. I Googled colorism.
You did a deep dive.
I felt so dumb. Like I've been talking this shit for at least a year, and all I had to do was Google it. Yeah, shameful. But that's what I'm saying. Most people would be embarrassed to say that. That's not really me. And I hope I spread that on this platform. There's nothing wrong with educating yourself,
absolutely,
or feeling ignorant of certain topics and saying, "Well, let me learn this." What's worse is you sit at home and say, well, I'm not going to fucking call him that or do that like that because that's bullshit and I didn't grow up like that. That's stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know y'all gotta go.
Not y'all.
Oh no, they're good.
Just Angela.
I have to go in a minute. But
Well,
you
we
can.
all got to go. It's it's been a rough week. We ain't been here all night.
It is. I'm not gonna lie. We've been working hard.
Yeah, we all
Let
been
me ask you
working.
this: so, how was your experience for the BET Awards? And
Your
everything?
first media room for BET Awards weekend here in Los Angeles.
It was super hectic, but it was like so professional, girl. I felt like a real
Yeah.
good.
Right?
They sitting there.
Isn't it a good feeling?
You know what's funny though? The talents like hagglers, like how they come and like.
You want such and such? We got such and
I
such.
got Brian here, he 5'8", sing 2 songs, got 2 TikTok kids, he's 6'5", he a Sagittarius. I'm telling you, we got the newest thing out. Because it's a separation. It's these people that you know, because they have a certain amount of success, and it's people that you don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what stuck out to me the most was a lot of these people have these brands and they doing all this work and they don't know how to talk, they don't know how to sell themselves at all. Because it's like there's no fucking way I would sit in them seats and not plug every I be like, my mama got socks, my sister do hair, we walk dogs.
Got a food truck.
Like I'm me having to say, well, you did this right, you did this, like, nigga, aren't you supposed to be blasting this
Listen,
shit
after
around?
you sat there and
But
did
you
a
know, I
quick
think
Google search
sometimes
yourself
people
about what they do, right?
End up doing so
Okay.
many different interviews. Like I know artists always tell me that like they be answering the same questions all the time. So they probably like to come do something different where they have a whole other type of conversation.
People say a lot
That's a
that that's
good
the
idea.
reason why they love lip service so much is because it's not the regular interview that they used to having.
And your
And plus
show,
it's super kinky.
That
People
too.
like freaky.
And people like sex.
it depends on who it is.
Did it always start off that way? It was always
Yeah.
sex dominated conversation.
Well, you know what? This started at when I worked at Sirius, and so I actually started off as a segment when I was on the show with Cypher Sounds. It was called "Slut It Out,"
Okay.
and so it was just a weekly segment, but it got real popular. So they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do your own, nighttime show." That's when I got my first ever show, and I called it Lip Service, and it was like people used to call in all the
Say
time. It was
crazy
live
stuff.
Yeah. And people would like Wale would call in, Floyd Mayweather, like all these people would be listening to the show. People would fly into town like just to do lip service because it wasn't really anything like it back then.
Right.
Now there's a lot more shows like that, but back then it was really the only one. And
My very first interview
really
ever
crazy.
was with Angela on lip service.
You interviewed
Back in
her.
2013, she interviewed me about Magic City and all of that. Because I had just retired and did my last dance, which became like an epic thing in strip history.
Right,
So-
right. Because
so she had interviewed me about
what
that.
was the big numbers you cracked? How much? Because they threw a certain
It
amount
was
of money.
very close to 30,000.
They threw on you.
Yeah, in 28
Dang, it was
minutes.
one person in particular.
No, it was combined.
Cash Doll has a story like that too.
Oh yeah, she does. I think she made like 30 grand.
Like, why the fuck can I be a stripper, nigga? Though
God knew not to give me no body because
You'd been in there.
You know you could buy it.
I bought this one. I didn't
Real
have
quick.
this one back then.
We have to go. We can't be here for long. We have to do a couple things. But real quick, what did y'all think about the girl with the large BMI that got BBL? She was about 350 or 400 pounds. She got a BBL.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
I didn't see
But I
that.
will tell you this. I just did
Bitch is
lipo.
busy.
I just
Yeah,
did
on
lipo
the
with.
blogs.
did
I
not see
can't
that.
stand that shit.
I
The
just did
girls
lipo
from
in
Zeus.
December, and when I went to my
I know
after,
you're talking about
everybody in that building had high BMIs. Like where I
Because
went to,
they
I don't want to
changed
say
it,
their name because
girl.
I don't really owe them nothing else to be plugging them. But the place that I went to, and no shade, but the place that I went to, they specialize in high BMIs, and I just don't understand how that's a thing. So I'm gonna look into
know,
that because
I know.
I got questions.
I would do
Baby.
it.
Me being
If
a
I was
surgery
big,
person,
I would.
I got questions.
Yeah, I would if I was big.
The whole thing is, it's a danger when putting them to sleep.
Yeah.
They might not wake up. It's like, this ain't petty shit. It's not petty reasons why people don't fuck with. They make your BMI go lower. They don't want you to die. I don't know. For you to be like almost 400 pounds and get a BBL is crazy to me.
Yeah,
You need
that
to
is
tell me
And then you
something.
could get an
You need
infection
to lose
afterwards.
100
And
pounds.
then here's the thing, they gonna have to do multiple rounds to really even see. And then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
your arms and everything else still big.
Can
Like
you
a
do
gorilla in a waist trainer.
Like your
Like
arms,
a
your
gorilla
legs,
in a
everything.
waist
Why you
trainer.
got small right here, but then
You
everything else
bitches
is
look
real
like
big.
gorillas in waist trainers.
It's crazy.
Big back, small waist, new belly button.
New belly button.
Same face. Gorilla in a waist trainer. All right. Did anybody participate and get a DM?
Gigi,
We can jump to mine. My DMs.
My
DMs ain't as spicy as people may think.
Let
But
me see if I have anything.
Can we
You know
cut
what? I
that
haven't
little
looked
part
at my
out?
general
But-
DMs in so long.
We just asking him to run to get somebody.
in the dark side of the
It's
DM,
just
the
these
hidden
people,
requests.
Yeah, there's nothing good in mine. It's people tagging me and stuff.
People send me their penis, but I deleted that.
People be asking me for money.
People trying to pitch me stuff.
I want everybody at home to know that I've been
Oh my
asking
God,
these
look
damn
at this
women to
one.
do
I've never
this.
seen
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna do
She
the
really
DM
did.
while they look, guys. Okay.
She really did. People ask me about bringing people on lip service. It's nothing really spicy. Somebody asked to fly me out the other day.
Hi, Mona. Good morning. I hope you see this message. First of all, I love you. I listen to every single podcast. I truly enjoy listening to your perspective of things. Mona, I need your advice. I'm with this older man. He's honestly loving my life. We were together. I'm treated like a queen. He doesn't hide me, brings me everywhere he goes, brings me around his friends, etc. But he lives overseas, and sometimes I get the feeling he's spending time with other people just based off the way he responds and how he's acting. But when I see him, I don't get that feeling whatsoever. Like, bitch. Yeah. Long story short, this man told me he's going on vacation. I said, okay, nice. Mona, he left and stopped responding to me.
Sheesh.
Ask the dogs is barking. That's funny.
What the fuck do you want? You didn't even, like, that was weird. What a cliffhanger. There's nothing else here.
Oh,
no, there's more. Oh. I'm not reading it. It's too much. Yeah, it's way too much. I'm going to say my advice is go with your gut. If you think he's cheating, he is.
Go with that part. Women's intuition don't never lie.
This let me know how crazy people are. For you to even think for 1 minute that you're going to ask the influencer you like on social media about what you should do with your husband.
But you know what?
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Sometimes people want an opinion from somebody that's not involved in something at all, and they don't have nobody to ask.
You know what they say? They say that, and then they say, you got the real, you the raw. Like, bitch, I'm on baby daddy number. Like, I ain't the one. Dummy. All right, go ahead. Give me a DM.
But like,
Ba-da-bop.
It's usually those who can't do.
Teach. Good one, Angie.
I don't got
you know what I'm saying? I might not be doing it, but I can tell you what you're supposed to do.
I get what shoe size you wear. Can I fly you out? I don't get
Gigi, please.
I really
skip
don't look.
Gigi's turn.
I don't look. There's nothing in there.
Let me see.
I get
hey, beautiful. I'm interested in your panties, and let me make a good deal with you, baby. Perfect.
That's some OnlyFans shit.
Easy.
I'm on OnlyFans.
Oh,
so you
know, sell panties?
I haven't yet, but it's an option.
Would you sell panties with a little crust on them?
With a little crust.
I don't know about the crust.
You can make.
Yeah, that's the best way. You get more.
But I don't want to give
nobody
that.
You get the more money if they make a crunch when you crack them.
Because I feel like that's gonna be they gonna do some voodoo on me or something, and then they gonna make my pussy dry. Like we can't have that.
Oh my god.
I want y'all to know I really appreciate y'all coming through.
This was a ball.
This was super enjoyable.
Yes. I was like, if this don't happen, we coming to Philly.
Listen.
Right.
Somebody said, you so fine. Yeah, I wish you would stop being a tomboy and dress sexy.
And she looks so cute. You look so cute at the last thing I seen you at. I don't remember. But you look nice.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. When she not dressed like a tomboy.
Listen, it's never going to stop.
Stop dressed like a tomboy.
It's never going to stop.
Come get this dick. That's what it all ends with. Because I'm going to give you some dick. Yeah,
that's what I talked about the last time I did stand up about getting unsolicited dick pics. It's very rapey.
God. I just got one the other day, and I posted him in my story. Not the dick, but I posted the message. I tagged him and everything, and I called him a sex offender because why are you presenting your penis?
I agree.
You know what I used to do? I used to send them to my gay friends.
Yeah,
but I had a whole group chat full of all my gay friends, and I would drop dick in there all the time. Every time somebody said
it's not enough.
That's not enough.
Listen, one time I remember a guy did it, and it's always when it's offensive. It's random. It's 9 a.m. It's just weird.
It's little. You don't even want to see it. His feet is showing.
I posted it. He literally, I extorted him for probably 3 months. He paid me for 3 months. I finally stopped posting it. I used to just post it like I'm putting it up.
His penis?
How much was he paying you to take it down?
Like $250.
Oh. He probably really loved it.
I started feeling guilty. Like the moment why are you extorting him with his penis?
He shouldn't have.
And I still follow him to this day. He's from Virginia.
You follow him. He shouldn't.
We cool because I was like, you know what, bro?
I done seen your dick. I mean, yeah.
And this is wrong, bro. I'm stretching this out. Right. I'm never posting it again. I deleted it. He was like, thank you so much.
How much you think he gave you total?
Probably like 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
he probably liked the fact that you posted it, though.
No, he did not. He was mortified. He said, have a girlfriend, have a family. Please don't do that.
Then why he sent it to
you?
Because
niggas are like that.
Right.
A nigga will write when people would DM me, they'll say, oh, I can't. I would let her put this dick in your face and your mouth, take you to Tahiti. First picture be him and his bitch at the baby shower.
Listen, that happened to me recently. That happened to me recently, and I screenshot it and sent it to his wife.
In April, you had a family.
I sent it to his wife.
And now you want to fuck me.
I told.
God damn.
You should have told her. I told her.
But yeah, I really appreciate it. I appreciate every time you guys share your platform with me. It really was a big deal because I came from obscurity.
No, we appreciate you. Anytime, I love that. So anytime you want to come. Mm-hmm. Anytime.
I love you,
welcome
Angela.
it.
Yes. We love you.
Gigi, Jasmine. I hope y'all know this is Jasmine from the Jasmine Brand. Did we make sure that was clear?
Jasmine.
You just did.
Say, I'm not just any brand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jasmine.
Mona rapped when we did the. Remember
y'all both rapped. You know what? Your rap was really good.
Yeah, she was.
I'm not gonna lie, your rap was really good.
Your shit was good.
My numbers was crazy, baby.
Yeah.
All right, but thank you. I know I gotta run.
No, I love y'all. Thank y'all. I
love
appreciate y'all.